And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. In motion is Austin Hooper. On second down, Ryan. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. They've got a third down and a yard to start things out. They run the play fake to Coleman. Now Ryan. He's going to take another shot here. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And it's fourth down.
I know exactly why he tried to throw the ball to Julio Jones there. He's never considered covered. He's either too fast or too strong. You always try and get it to him.
Especially on those deep passes. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. And it's complete. Hooper. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
In motion is Austin Hooper. On first down, Ryan. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Falcons. Taylor Gabriel, 59 yards. And the Falcons have cut it to within a score.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. From the gun, here's Smith. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Escaping the pressure right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And that'll bring up second down.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion. I'm laughing to myself because I could just hear in film session, but coach, I was throwing it to Odell Beckham Jr. Of course I thought he was open.
They'd love to go deep downfield to him, though. Such a threat.
Yeah, a rare incompletion because most of the time we expect him to actually come up with the catch.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third. Marshall, the lone receiver on the left side. Throwing now is Manning. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. Here we go on 4th down with Manning. And it is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. So out come the Falcons now. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Back-to-back one-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
In motion is Austin Hooper. On 3rd down, Ryan being chased out left. And this is going to be incomplete. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. They'll come out in the pistol. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. And they're going to go soft on the corners. 4th down. Here's Ryan. He sets to fire deep. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, 44 yards. And the Falcons have retaken the lead. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Marshall, the lone receiver on the left side. On 1st down, Manning. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Here's Manning to throw. He gets it here to Pete. And he's brought down A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it, now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence. Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Corey Grant, 28 yards. And the Giants are once again going to retake the lead. And he's got it up and through. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. And the Giants ready to come out now. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Finding time. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. He's got time in the pocket. He's going to go up top again. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Now it's Ryan. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Again, we'll see the pistol here. On first down, Ryan. He's going to go for a big play downfield. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they time it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot him.
And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. First down coming there on the intermediate passing play. That's been a point of emphasis, they told us in practice, using those medium routes to keep the defense off balance.
And it wasn't just them telling us. We got to watch them practice it and work on it because they've been trying to fine-tune it and get it right before this game. And I think they have to be happy with the result.
In motion is Austin Hooper. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. Forced out to his left. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And Frank's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So a field goal here. They're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
New York set to take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener, as we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors. But overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up. And we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And now they're in the hurry-up.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They move.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Marshall, the lone receiver on the left side. Throwing on first down is Manning. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Manning again here on 2nd and 10. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
Throwing is Manning on third down. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down.
Got the completion, but it certainly wasn't on his time frame. Hurried on that play.
Absolutely. The pressure affected him. Unable to get it further downfield. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
4th down, no problem. It's a good piece of power running right here and a confident decision to go for it. And that's going to get them a 1st and goal.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Partner, when it's a goal-to-go situation, if you're on the field on defense, you have to know that you may be called on to make a tackle at any time. Here, the cornerback does exactly that. Plays the run really well and makes a big play.
Manning to throw on 2nd down. His pass caught at the 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. So the Giants now are going to turn it over to their field goal unit. This just a 24-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So it's only 3 points on this opening drive of the 3rd quarter. And even though that stretches out the lead, Charles, I think you'd have to consider this a win for the defense, no?
Couldn't agree more, Brandon. That offense got themselves in prime position to really open up this ball game, but the drive stalled out. And yeah, 3 points is very easy to get back in today's NFL.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They go back to the air here after the INT. He's got time. Looking deep downfield. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
They run the play fake to Coleman. Now Ryan. The left side completion to Jones. Give him 30 yards there. And at this stage, down in the 2nd half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
In motion is Austin Hooper. They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. Eluding the pressure right. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Buying time to his left. His throw incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that one was knocked away, and I think the defender's going to be a little upset with themselves. They made the play on the football, but that one felt like a forced pass by the quarterback. Thought he had someone open. He really wasn't. Maybe an example of having too much confidence in his receiver that no matter...
And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Olivier Vernon in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Third and long. It's Ryan. Trying to lay one up deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, he bounced up after taking a sack and took a shot downfield. I think a lot of us thought maybe he'd run draw in that situation instead. Tried to get all back in one play.
Yeah, third and long. Thought he needed the deep pass. Couldn't connect it.
Maybe he was hoping for a penalty downfield to give him the yardage they needed.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. And New York set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Give him 3 on the play, and that'll lead here to a third down.
All right, I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So a good kick there, and they wrap up the drive by putting 3 on the board.
And, you know, let's face it, you're not always going to come away with 6. Defense in the NFL are just too good. But you've got to come away with something. And there, they get 3.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
2nd down following the run. They'll toss it to Coleman. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
All right, Brandon, you know me as well as anyone. You know I don't usually advocate abandoning things during a game, but here we are in the second half. I think it's time to change things up. Let the running game go a little bit. Let's get to the passing game, and if you still want to get in the hands of the runner, maybe you swing it to him, throw it to him a little bit. Try it that way.
Now Ryan surveying the field. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's going to frustrate the coaching staff a little bit as they dialed up the deep shot, but they weren't on the same page on that play. Heck, I don't think they were in the same book. I think he thought he was going to do something else, ends up throwing it over the sidelines. Well incomplete.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go. It's Ryan on 4th down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jason Pierre-Paul in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. They come out here in the eye. Manning now on 1st down. Quick hitter here is complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
It's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
So now a 3rd and 12 with an extra defender here in the secondary, a nickel look. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And that is no good. He pulled it just a bit, just a wee bit wide left. And this score will stay right where it is. So a bullet dodge there defensively. They surrender excellent field position on the kick return, but it winds up not costing them a thing.
And that's a tough sequence of events from an offensive perspective. The inability to get first downs leads to the field goal try. And the inability to cash that in leads to nothing on the scoreboard.
And they're not going to get this one off in time. It'll be a delay. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22.
What a way to start a drive. An excellent run, a tone setter, and now if you want to take a shot on 2nd down and go play action and make it look like the same exact play and throw it over the top, you can do so because you've established the run in a big way. It's always a good play when you're able to bat a ball away or down because if you actually tip it in the air, now the offense is getting a second shot at catching the football, or another receiver may come along and grab it out of the air and turn it into a big play. So if you make a play on the ball, make sure it's knocked away or down. Otherwise, there could be some jeopardy.
On 1st down, Ryan finding time. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Olivier Vernon brings him down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
So they run it on 2nd down. Now let's see what 3rd down brings here for the offense. On 3rd down, Ryan. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
see if they stay on the ground for second down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They come out with one back and three tight ends. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Smith now to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They snap it to Smith. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. And they're going to come up empty here on 4th down. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
He's got his man on the crossing route. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. So this offense really needs to make something happen here late in the 4th with the football. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Time starting to run out here in the 4th. This defense just trying to keep the offense off the board and preserve this potential victory. And this is going to be incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
Sometimes it looks pretty simple, batting the ball away. But oftentimes there's some pretty good teaching and practice that goes into it. Being able to get to the receiver, not interfere, and get his hands through the football and knock it away.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Ryan. He's going to wind up and air it out. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. And now out come the Giants. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory. But the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. And a great spot to start this drive from here. They come out here in the eye. Coleman now. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stage. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Back to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
And the back goes into motion. They'll look to throw. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Giants are going to get the football back. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. They have the lead, still a one-possession game, but the defense got the stop. They've got the football now, just salted away, right?
Exactly. That's all the defense is counting on from their offense.
And the Falcons going to use another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Here's Spiller. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. Again on the ground, again it's Spiller. Just a there, and it'll be fourth down. Here's Brad Wing now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. It'll go as a gain of 12, and it'll give the Falcons a first down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first.